Um, Today we're talking about courage and overcoming obstacles. First, I'm going to say, first I'm going to say um, that I'm Alison Denise, the creative accountant and creator of the Facebook group Purposeful Paid and Pretty, where we share tips, information, and affirmations on how to keep your coins in check and your brands beautiful. I do visual branding, websites, and graphic design and things like that. And I also love to empower women. Tonight we're talking about courage and overcoming obstacles. Okay, courage is the ability to do something that frightens you. And that spoke to me, right? Not to say that any of the other definitions are incorrect or anything like that, but this one particular definition of courage spoke to me, the ability to do something that frightens you. Because I have struggled with uh, fear of not being enough, fear of, you know, will I be accepted? You know, I've had low self-esteem in my life. And so those different things and those fears have kept me from doing things that I wanted to do with my life. And I'm going to share a little bit more about that as I continue on. But some of those things I have overcome, and I did it scared. And doing it scared is what propelled me to the next level of success in that area. So the other definition that I looked up in studying for this was the word obstacle. And obstacle is defined as an object that you have to go around or over, something that blocks your path, something that makes it difficult to do something. The message that I found in the definition of the word obstacle was that an obstacle is just that. It's something that's not permanent. It's not meant to stop you. It slows you down. It's something that you can get over and go around or through. And I think that is important to know and to remember, because I think oftentimes when we have obstacles in our way, the obstacle looks so big. It looks impassable. It looks like we can't overcome, right? So you have to remember that an obstacle is just that, something to be gone over or around, something that just blocks your path. You push it out the way and keep moving. So I want to talk about just a few minutes, these three quick things that happen when you decide to push through those obstacles, when you decide to overcome. What happens when you overcome your obstacles with courage? So one of those things is that you're empowered. The things that you go through aren't for you, right? So empowerment, for me, was like increased self-esteem and that confidence that comes when you feel like, hey, I can do this. You do it one time, you do it two times, you do it three times. Eventually, you start to feel comfortable. Your self-esteem will increase. You will be empowered, right? And what happens when you're empowered? You take action, right? So that's point two, is action. I love the quote that says, action is the antidote to despair, right? Because fear will keep you stuck. Fear will keep you stuck. I'm going to pause. I'm going to just put a pin right here and tell y'all a story, right? I've been doing creative things since I was a little girl. I sing, I dance, in carnivals, I draw, not that much drawing, but, I've always been creative. And back in like 2009, I started doing graphic design. And I was doing it out of necessity because the other business that I run required it. And instead of paying for it, I decided, well, I'm creative. Let me just try it out. So I did it. I loved it. Other people loved my work. And then I said, well, maybe I can make a business out of this. I went all through, made business cards, gave myself a name, gave myself a company name. Like I was, doing it. And then I didn't put myself out there because I was scared that I was not enough. And I was afraid that people would not like my work. So I didn't put myself out there, even though the work that I was doing was getting rave reviews. So here's where this story is interesting for me. I put it down. I put down the creative work and said, well, I've been doing accounting since I left high school in 96. Let me just do that. I love numbers. I love bookkeeping. I love all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't feel the way I do about numbers that I do about doing graphic design and creative things. So I put it down. That was in 2009, right? Then here we are in 2000. Well, let's go back to 2015. I'm doing graphic design again. I have been doing it the whole time now and getting better as I go along, but doing it as a hobby, right? So I was doing it, and it just dawned on me the other day as I was browsing through some old things, and I found my old business card that I had designed. I found it, and lo and behold, I looked and I was like, this is crazy. Like, I have literally come full circle. The thing I was running away from, I ran back into it. Hear me. Okay? The things that God has for you to do, they're not going away. That is your purpose. All right? So I said that to say, I took action in November 2015. Ever since I've been taking action and putting myself out there and believing in myself and overcoming that fear of I'm not enough, are they going to accept me? I have been propelled into this next level of greatness thanks to God. And I'm doing things that maybe a year ago I would not imagine that I would be doing. And I owe a lot of it I owe everything to Him. So since I've pushed through that and I've overcome that fear of low self-esteem and not being enough and will they like my work and I moved past it and things are going great. So what comes after action? Influence comes after action. When I get on Periscope and do a scope, which I hardly do, when I get on Facebook Live and do a live, when I post in my group, when I post on my personal Facebook page, all of those things are me taking action. I'm having influence over the people that God has placed in my life to influence. Goes back to empowering. I'm empowered. I take action. I empower someone else. They take action. They empower someone else. It's a big circle. And so I said that to say, on the other side of overcoming your obstacles, on the other side of your obstacles is abundance. Abundance of empowerment, abundance of action, and an abundance of influence. So, don't stay stuck. Move past that fear, move past any obstacle that comes your way, and remember what's on the other side. Abundance. Remember, in everything you do, always be you on purpose. Ciao for now.